Alright, Brian, bring it in. Holy sh! You know, back when I used to work at my local McDonald's, my boss used to often tell me, it's impossible to work and grip anime to this young man. After all, they aren't even real. But he's bloody wrong. Because behold, the Oppai Mousepad. It's a mousepad modeled after the upper body of an anime girl, with breasts that act as a cushion for your wrist. It's amazing. Us weebs can finally take our waifus onto the workplace and let our colleagues bask in all their glory. There's just one problem. It will fucking destroy your wrist after a couple of hours. It's horrible and I hate it. But I also find it very interesting. How did we go from this to this? And who the fuck started this trend so I can give them a piece of my mind? Well, surprisingly, it wasn't the Japanese. Because it was in fact the Danes with their amazing bikes and depressing breakfasts who designed the first Oppai mousepad called the Mousepad. Manufactured in 1999, it was based on the concept of gel mousepads, but it was designed, as you can see, after a real woman, not a waifu. And it wouldn't feature a waifu for nearly half a decade. Because although it was also released in Japan, it didn't really impact the otaku scene. Nobody had thought to combine the Mousepad and anime just yet. That was until 2004, Germany, when Handworks International exhibited the first anime Oppai mousepad at the now defunct Computer Expo exhibit. From what we know, they exhibited 3 different designs. Ryo from Super Black, Maika Nazuki from G-Taste, and another anime girl, which I also failed to identify. Funnily enough, it wasn't even referred to as Oppai mousepad or anything remotely similar. Instead, they gave it the very exciting name Gel Mousepads. Oi oi, what are you doing over there? Nothing, sir. Just some protein reallocation. Alright then, carry on. Despite the rather odd product name, however, when it was released in Japan, the Japanese were fascinated by it, and more companies started picking up on the concept. First by visual novel studios, and then by full-blown anime conglomerates, with the first major one being Bandai Namco for Code Geass. By this point, the floodgates were opened, and everyone started making them. But despite this new wave of imitators, the core design saw no innovation. Its evolution had ground to a halt. It did spawn an offshoot product, however, called the Yoshiri Mousepad. Likely popularized by this doujin group, the Yoshiri Mousepad flips the script entirely, swapping boring old breasts with thrilling new butts. Yeah, we've reached the limits of physics on this one. What I find more interesting than physics, however, is that despite it being one of the more practical Wii products, it never gained the same widespread notoriety and adoption as anime body pillows. Any good-for-nothing internet dweller knows what an anime body pillow is, but Oppai mousepads, you'd have to be a weeb to know it. It's a personal theory of mine that it never got popular because of, well, physics.
He said it!
Mousepads are constantly subjected to dirt, sweat, and pressure. Gradually, the colors will inevitably fade, and while that can be alleviated by constant washing, something that I'm sure many weebs are keen to do, the breast leaking silicone and deflating like a punctured car tire cannot. Don't get me wrong, it's still a very popular product, and even though I've been very negative throughout this whole video, I could kinda see the appeal of owning one. As weebs, we like to put our waifus onto everything, from body pillows to guns, and even to fucking planets. This is basically just an extension of that. Just maybe, you know, use the flat-chested version, unless of course you want to incapacitate your right hand for No Nut November. Heck, just to drive home how popular they are, one even sold for a staggering $5,000 during an auction in 2023.
Sold for $5,100.
Although to be fair, that one was a little special, it being the only mousepad in recorded history to have a body count of 1 cockroach. Since its rebirth in 2004, the Oppai mousepad has firmly established itself as the mainstay of otaku culture. Born in Denmark and baptized in anime hell, it pushed the boundaries of degeneracy in the early 2000s, merging the erotic with the practical. But be warned, when you start putting waifus into everything, you also know when to create the Shrek Oshiri mousepad. Yeah, that's enough internet for today. See you guys next time.